This year's IFA kicked off in sunny Berlin with an open house event arranged by LG. This actually started in the gardens of the convention centre before moving into a specially created art installation. After that there was a display of current LG products, before leading into the largest OLED tunnel in the world. This consisted of 216 55-inch OLED panels and a total of 500 million pixels. Beyond the OLED tunnel was LG's actual stand, but the company didn't have any new products on show, so the main area of interest was the demonstration of hybrid log gamma, a new standard of HDR for broadcast TV, and the latest OLED panel that can accept high frame rates up to 120 frames per second, which we expect to make a big difference when it comes to experiencing sport in the future. Unlike LG, Yamaha had plenty of new products at their stand. Naturally, MusicCast remains an important feature for Yamaha, and the company had a number of new models that feature their multi-room system. The WX010 is a wireless speaker that is available in black or white and is a micro version of the larger WX030. Along similar lines, the ISX18D is a smaller version of the ISX80. It includes a DAB tuner and an alarm clock, making it perfect for your bedside table. Finally, there's the new YAS306 soundbar, which combines MusicCast with an elegant design. Another new soundbar is the YSP2700. This includes MusicCast of course, but also uses sound projection for surround sound effects, and uses a new cube rather than slimline subwoofer. Yamaha have a long pedigree in surround sound, and their new flagship AV receiver was on show. The RX-A3060 includes both Dolby Atmos and DTS:X with 9 channels of amplification and MusicCast, making it the ideal audio hub. Yamaha's new WX-A50 is a wireless 2-channel streamer with MusicCast that also offers 90 watts of built-in amplification. Alternatively, there's a WXC50 that drops the amplification but allows you to easily add MusicCast to an existing system. If 2-channel is your thing, then Yamaha also had the new RN402D stereo hi-fi receiver, which naturally includes MusicCast, as well as their latest NS5000 speakers. These beauties will set you back €15,000 including the stands, but offer the promise of superior performance. Technically they're classed as bookshelf speakers, but we like to see the bookshelf that could fit these big boys. Sharp is returning to the European market thanks to Universal Media Corporation. If that's a company you're not familiar with, then perhaps you should be, because the Slovakian manufacturer is the largest maker of TVs in Europe. UMC plans to use Sharp's IGZO panel technology to create screens for the automotive industry, as well as new TVs for both the UMC and the Sharp brands. However, until the first fruits of this new partnership arrive, there are plenty of Sharp's current Japanese models on show, including their latest 85-inch 8K TV. Philips finally joined the OLED market with the launch of their new 901F. This 55-inch flat-screen model uses a stylish design with a metallic rear and panels to cover the connections. The TV sits on feet at either end and has a built-in soundbar. It also includes all of Philips' picture processing features, as well as support for wider colour gamuts and high dynamic range. Naturally, since this is a Philips TV, it also includes 3-sided Ambilight. It will be available in November for around £3,500. Lerva is another manufacturer that had a new OLED TV on show. The Build 7 uses an LG panel just like the Philips, but the new TV includes all of Lerva's classic styling and superior build quality. There is a motorised stand and a built-in soundbar, and, like LG, Lerva will support Dolby Vision. However, if you want a TV that will really catch people's attention, then the Build 9 is just the ticket. Using the same panel as the Build 7, this TV has a very distinct designer stand and wall mount. Panasonic didn't have any new TVs at the show, but they did have some older models on their Wall of Fame. The ZT65, CZ952 and DX902 are certainly all great TVs and worthy of their AV Forums badges. Panasonic were however showing a prototype flat OLED TV that will replace the CZ952. Panasonic also had their new UB700 Ultra HD Blu-ray player. It looks identical to the previously released UB900, but drops the 7.1 channel analogue outputs. It also drops the price, costing a very tempting £399. JVC launched their new DLA Z1 native 4K laser projector, and although the chassis is reminiscent of the HD100, it's much bigger. That's an iPhone 6 next to it, which should give you some idea of the scale. The projector has a larger all-glass lens, as well as a blue diode laser light source. The controls and connections are at the rear, including 2 HDMI 2.0A inputs, and the Z1 supports wider colour gamuts and high dynamic range. It's also the first native 4K projector to achieve THX certification. The projector will be available in November for £30,000. Sony may have lost their monopoly on native 4K projectors, but they still dominate with 4 current models. Launched at IFA was the VW550, which is virtually the same as last year's VW520. However, it adds a new HDR contrast mode that's designed to improve the HDR performance. This HDR contrast upgrade will also be available for the VW320 and the VW520 via a firmware update in October. The new projector is available in black or white, and like previous generations, the connections are at the side. The VW550 is released in October and will cost around £8,500. Sony were also showing their prototype Ultra HD Blu-ray player. Since Sony actually developed Blu-ray and have been a big supporter of Ultra HD Blu-ray through Sony Pictures, it's about time. Sony said that the new player will be available before the company's financial year end in March, but the rumours are it will be much sooner than that, and possibly before Christmas. Finally, Epson was showing their latest range of projectors. They had both the TW6700 and TW7300 in operation on the stand, showing how good they could look even in less than ideal conditions. The TW6700 has the option of a full HD wireless transmitter, whilst the TW7300 adds 4K enhancement and HDR. The flagship TW9300 comes in a black version with 4K enhancement and HDR, or a white version that adds a 4K wireless transmitter. All of Epson's projectors will be available in mid-September at competitive prices. Whilst not perhaps a classic year, there were still plenty of interesting products on show at IFA, and certainly there was enough new technology to get us really excited for CES in January. Thanks for watching.